Okay, so welcome once again to our Dive into LinkedIn series, our continued series. This series will be on, or this session will be on building your profile and making connections. Um, I am one of the hosts. My name is Joy Sampson. I'm one of the associate directors here, along with my colleague. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Julia Wexler. I'm the Director of Employer Relations. So my role is to generate employers with opportunities for the undergrads in terms of internships, as well as full-time roles here at Mercy.
Yeah, okay, so we will dive right into it. Okay, Julia, you want me to start with this one?
Sure.
All right. So your LinkedIn profile, this is something that's very important to have, and it's used by recruiters, employers, and most business professionals. If you're on LinkedIn already, you understand what having a profile is, which is kind of like your online resume. So you're sharing information about your work experiences, you're highlighting some of your professional development experiences, and it shows your audience who you are as a professional. So your profile contains a few things. First, your resume, your accomplishments, your strengths and interests. And then some other things include a business photo, elevator pitch, which is a little blurb you can put underneath your photo, your experiences, and any additional information you want to showcase. So you can see your connections on there, any recommendations or endorsements from others, and other skill sets that you have. Okay.
And in building your profile, you want to make sure that the information from your resume is in your LinkedIn profile. You don't need to have every single sentence of your resume in there. The point of it is to give the employer a very quick snapshot of your background, your experience, your skills. So you want to include your academic experience. That means if you have a strong GPA, include that. Any professional experience, include that. This is not the place where you put in your birthday photo and what you had for lunch. It's not a social media, it's a professional media experience for that branding. So view it as if the president of the company that you want to work for is looking at your background, and that's the information that you want to share. They're going to look for your accomplishments professionally. So what did you do differently from others? Whether that's, I got a great GPA, I joined this club, I developed this program, I initiated this, I had this internship where I actually, helped solve this problem. All those kinds of things are professional accomplishments. You'll be connecting with your peers. That's the easiest way to build your LinkedIn base of connections. Ideally, you want to have over 200 eventually, right? Most people that are senior have over 500. You want to connect with your peers in classes, your peers who you've worked with, anyone who can endorse you, which is a really easy, you get prompted on LinkedIn, do you want to endorse this person for Excel, for organizational skills, for being responsible? And so right away, you can start to build that base by initiating contact, connecting with people who you know, whether you worked for them, with them, whether they managed you. If it was a good experience, you certainly want to link in and ask them for a recommendation as well as an endorsement. An endorsement is a quick little easy click. Recommendation takes writing. I worked with this person and this is what they did that was amazing. And you can recommend your peers and then easily ask for them to recommend you in return.
Yes.
Most importantly is employers, any types of part-time roles you've had, anyone that hired you, and professors. You can absolutely speak with your professors. This is your professional experience here in academics, and anyone you did well with, ask them to recommend you. Peers, professors, anyone.
Absolutely. Okay, and then making new connections. So Julia mentioned building up your network of connections and trying to get it up there, 200, some people are 500 plus. And so some ways you can make connections is making a list of all those you have worked closely with. So this can be either in school or at work part-time job, full-time job, anyone you've worked with or been in some close working relationship with. You can reach out to them on LinkedIn and invite them to connect. So you can search for them on LinkedIn, and if they have a profile, their profile will come up, and then you can click a button that says connect, or if they don't have a profile, you can put in their email address and send them an invitation to join LinkedIn. So you want to be sure to write a note and attach it to your invitations before connecting. Now, what this is when you click to connect with someone who already has a profile, for example, you can attach a note. You can add a note in a field and tell them why you're interested in connecting. And this is especially good if these are connections that you haven't had communication with in a little while, or that you're not that familiar with. You want to make sure the person remembers you. Hello, Professor so-and-so. My name is Joy. I took a class with you at Mercy College, and I see that you're on LinkedIn, and I would love to connect with you. Okay, if it's an employer, you can say, hello, my name is Joy Sampson. I met you. Oh, there's some samples here. In fact, let me just read one of the examples. You can say, hello, it was great to work with you this semester on our project, and I'm hoping to connect with you on LinkedIn. That's a good example if you're connecting with a peer. Or if it's an employer, again, you can say, hello, I sat in an information session that you did at Mercy College. I'd love to connect with you so I can stay abreast with what's going on at your organization and keep up with the industry in this level. So these are good messages. So it gives some context to who you are, and it lets the employer or the connection know, okay, this is why this person wants to connect. It's jogged my memory of who they are, or I'm meeting them now, and it gives them more of an incentive to want to connect. You should write a strong message to current and former supervisors and invite them to join your LinkedIn network. Okay, so you want to give some context and write a clear message and have it be strong. Always steer clear from typos, so you can cut and paste it from a Word document just so you can check those typos and make sure there are none in there. But you just want to give a strong introduction of who you are. Tell a little bit about yourself. I'm studying this, or I'm at this stage in my academic career, or I'm looking for employment in this area and I'd love to connect. So this offers some context and again, helps you build your connection.
So in building your network, a really easy thing to do is use LinkedIn to search Mercy College alumni who all over, but you can just put in Mercy College and you'll get a whole list of current students, former alumni, people who work here, attend here, and used to attend here. And then you can further filter by what their majors are, or you're interviewing at Amazon, Google, and you just happen to put in Google Mercy College. And that's a really easy way to say, oh, I'm going to reach out to this person, send them a message. I'm interviewing at your company for this position. I was wondering if I could speak with you just for 5 minutes and you could help me, right? Talk to me about the culture, talk to me about this role, any suggestions you might have. People are very eager to help people who attended the same college that they do. There's an automatic bond. It's not a cold call, even though it is. It's really a warm call because you have something in common. So you can find Mercy alum that majored in, for instance, psychology. Melissa, that's your major. And see where they're working now. I didn't know that was this company. Look at what they did with their career and look at what they're doing now. It's a great way to educate yourself in different things you might not have thought about doing with your major. And then write a little note when you connect. Most of the time it'll say, do you want to have a note when you connect to someone? Very short, right? This is even take a picture of this with your phone. I was hoping to connect to briefly discuss your experience. I've just applied for a summer internship role here, and I'd value your insights, your perspective, and a few other suggestions, right? I'm a senior majoring in computer science. I don't know how to present my background to employers. I would love to know how you did it. I'm a journalism major, having a hard time getting interviews. Do you have a few minutes to just help me brainstorm on this? The trick is if you leave your request short, they will help you. if it's a sound bite of, oh, that's easy, let me just quick pick up the phone and help this person, versus, hi, I have no idea what to do with my life, my career, and I don't know where to apply or what to major in. They can't be your one-on-one career coach, but they can be someone who helps you quickly. And then one point that I didn't put in here is keep an Excel spreadsheet of everyone who helped you while you're in job search mode, because there's nothing better than getting an email back. I even feel that way now from students who say, hey, by the way, I got that job. Thank you. And it's a wonderful way to continue building your network, not just asking for their help, but sharing feedback in return as to what happened because of their advice and thanking them.
A really good point, Julia. And I think we'll be surprised at how many people, alumni in particular, are willing to help us when we just give the ask, the nice, concise ask. Okay. So here are some tips now, and we're, kind of giving you a summary here. And some tips is you should be focused when you ask to connect with someone you don't already know. Okay. So as was just said, you don't want to, do this kind of broad or vague ask, like, I don't know what I'm doing with my career. Can you help? You want to really hone in on what this individual does, why you want to connect with them, and see, what you can ask them to assist you with or provide you some information on or some support with. Always return the favor and let people know the result of their help to you, as Julia just mentioned. Stay in touch. So keep that Excel spreadsheet handy so you can keep track, because, as your connections grow, when you're up there at the 200 or the 500 level, you may not remember all the time someone assisted you or you were able to ask a question or receive some help. So keep track of it and thank people and know who you can go back to and keep them informed as to what's going on, because you never know, you might end up at their company applying for a position. And then that will come in handy for you to say, hey, I'm here now. My career path led me here. You want to share relevant articles with the contact who helped you by providing you with advice and referrals. Okay. So it's just communication. So just like we do on other social media platforms, although this one is professional, so it wouldn't quite be like an Instagram or a Facebook or a Twitter would be. But in this case, there are professional articles or professional things that you can share and do. If you are part of an advisory board at Mercy College, we have advisory boards within our career department. You can do some blog writing for the advisory board and then post that to your LinkedIn and share that with some of your connections. Okay. Julie, I don't know. This is the last slide. So I don't know if you want to do the next two.
Sure. Stay current. That's important. If you go in an interview with a company that just that morning announced a huge merger with another company and you have no idea, it may not hurt you, but it will certainly help you if you did know. So there's something called Morning Brew. It's free, it's easy to download, and it gives you the current events all over the industry map, not just finance, not just healthcare, everything happening in the world of work that's relevant and that you should know. So definitely read what's going on. Thank you, Sam, for sharing that. So you can be able to discuss it, especially if you're asked about what do you think about those fires right now that are making our sky all hazy and you have no idea, right? You want to be current.
Right.
And as we said before, definitely give people an email when you land as to their help and how it worked out for you, and offer to help them and do the same for them. If you can be, you can be junior, they can be senior, but you could still say, if there's anything I can do for you professionally, please don't hesitate to ask me.
Absolutely.
That's really important.
Okay. And that really concludes, Melissa, all that we wanted to share with you. And we'd like to give you this opportunity now to ask us any questions. And just so you know, our email address, our office email address, cpd@mercy.edu is there, along with our telephone number. And that is for you to contact us. Anyone can contact us and set up an appointment with a career coach if you want to look into LinkedIn a little further and maybe sit down with someone and have your LinkedIn profile reviewed, go over your resume, applying for jobs, anything career related, we are here to help you with. So on that note, did you have any questions for us?
I don't. It was a very succinct presentation, and I do appreciate you all particular setting. A lot of information. I have had a LinkedIn profile for a couple of years, but it's a bit stagnant.